Blue.
Alright, welcome back to Wildewitch RP's live play of our Burning Veil campaign,
You
Scions
good?
of the Skyfire. I'm fine. What is Wildewitch RP, you may ask? I'll tell you. Wildewitch RP is me, Faye, your game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We are a couple who love role playing games and sharing stories with all of you so much that we quit our day jobs and created our own company so that way we could create high quality TTRPG experiences full time. We've been very fortunate along the way to meet many awesome, amazing players who have joined us on our adventure, including the players who are with us tonight. And you can join them in all the fun. To get started playing with us, just join our Discord and website community where you can sign up for games, meet us and all of our players, talk about your favorite characters and stories, and even roleplay on our forums. We've got plenty of games that happen every day, Monday through Saturday, so that way you can play in the Mortal Guardians episodic campaign and fight back against the evil Coven of Zolm and their dark masters from the void beyond the stars. We also offer high-quality custom quests, magic items, of course our Burning Veil campaign that runs alongside the Mortal Guardians, and our playthrough of D&D's Dragonlance campaign. So, take a moment during the game to join us and introduce yourself. We can't wait to see you at the table. Now, speaking of the table, let's get started with tonight's game. And we begin picking up where we last left off. As you all have traveled to Vale de Fera to handle certain situations. Others have arisen, and recently you have found out information in regards to the whereabouts of Jelaves through Diglett. She has been staying at the Lunar Brook in the Moonward Leaf. Contact is just runners with updates upon the deal and letters delivered to trusted concierge. It seems to be a very hands-off communication. With this information, you have left the Ironbark Towers warehouse to figure out what to do next. And, well, that is where we are picking up. I believe you all returned to your safe house to rest as guests of the family. What is their name?
Gilvorn.
Gilvorn. I looked it up last time. It's in my notes. But yes, you have the Gilvorn family that have given you access to the guest house. And I believe you went there to take a rest for the evening, as a lot had happened. And also perhaps see if they can assist. Or at least, well, if one of them could assist. So let us pick up there. It is your, you arrive, we arrive in the story. It is morning after your sleep. Well, let's just see how everyone's morning is going. Bracken, Avi, Cecil,
Yeah.
how does your morning look?
Well. Oh wait, I thought we were taking a short rest, not a long. Or is it a long rest? Or
I believe we agreed on long rest, because I believe you guys have gone through, like, quite a few
very,
encounters.
Don't
very well.
argue. Don't argue. We just got a long rest.
No, I'll take that. Yeah. Done. My morning's looking pretty good. We're going down and we're gonna get some brekkies.
Uh, so
Some victory brekkies for victory bracky.
Wow.
are you, so you head to the main house kitchen staff to ask for breakfast.
Yeah, I'll go talk to them.
Cool. Sure, we can provide breakfast. Do you wish just to have the family breakfast, or were there dietary concerns that you needed to address?
No, nothing serious. I'd like something with a little bit more protein in it than anything. But whatever works.
Yes, well,
Full
me,
breakfast all around.
the lady and lord of the house had arranged for a breakfast meal to be. We are in process of preparing it. I did not realize you were early risers. It will be sent up with a cart as soon as it is prepared fully for you and your companions.
Oh, good. All right. I'll just go on back up then.
Yes, of course. If there is anything else that you need, we are available.
No,
For food.
I'm all good here.
Of course. So, uh, Cecil, Avi, Bracken, of course, returns. It seems that he is without food.
They said they're making something and bringing it up.
They don't know that when you return until you tell them.
Yeah, I tell them.
Okay.
You said I returned. That's what I say as soon as I get back.
Okay. Just like kicks down the door and it's like breakfast is on the way.
Yeah.
So argumentative today.
I just want to make sure that things are happening. Okay.
Actually, they would know that. That's meta knowledge. It's breakfast, Faye.
It's heavy.
You're breaking my immersion.
Cecil would have rested the minimum amount of time to get a long rest, and it's probably pretty quiet and brooding, thinking about the confrontation to come.
Caterib snoring on the ground. What's
How
Avi?
loud?
Fairly loud. It's not like shake the room loud, but it's definitely noticeable. And it's
I'll
not like
shoot him
it's
a
a
glance.
not like it's a deep one either. It's like the very like nasally cartoon, like high pitched snoring.
I'll just shoot him a glance every now and then.
Yeah, he's conked out.
So sleepy.
Avi's looking for a quiet place, separate from everyone, so that she can kiss Cindy to her mama. I've been wanting to do that for a minute and haven't had the time, and now I do.
And the spell.
And the spell slots. So, uh, Mama, we're still out. Plan to be home soon. Not exactly sure when. But I do plan to visit when we come back. And I'll have someone with me when I do.
Avi, of course. You and your friends are always welcome home. Just let me know. I'll prepare a table. And, well, we miss you. All of us here. Lots of love. Stay safe. Eat well.
Yeah. Not what I expect.
She's probably still saying stuff, but the spell is
Yeah,
cut off at this
she-
point.
Just gone on and on.
And a few minutes go by. When you hear the cart kind of rolling up over the patio, the moon patio, and entering, just for a brief moment, one of the staff members, Avi, you would be perhaps one of the first people seen. But breakfast was requested for your group. If there is any necessary changes, of course, you may call upon us. And he gives a bow before departing.
Thanks. Goodness, I hope they're all right.
Man, oh man, I am starving. Let's get into this.
It's a very it's a simple fare, but make a simple fare high end. So like, you've got eggs, but instead of like any sort of like, normal side, you get like the creme fraise. You got some capers that you can add on top of it. All sorts of like little fancy accoutrement, but definitely not anything to like break the bank. But it is very nice. Plenty of protein options, fresh fruit, different greens, a whole assortment of toast and pastries and other green options.
Yeah, get busy.
Quietly help myself.
Picking at some fruit.
It's at this point that God, what's going on in the game chat? It's at this point that the uh the food being eaten and kind of dispersed snaps Caterib out of his sleep. Oh, food's here. And he just picks himself up and starts filling himself a plate.
How are we feeling this morning?
Yeah, all in pretty good.
Anxious.
Slurping like the bacon into his mouth, Caterip just kind of starts to. I was feeling hungry, but now I got food. I don't feel hungry no more.
Funny how that happened.
Mm. Oh, be checking out that fancy tavern today.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. Can't believe I'm gonna ask this. Kadrib, have you ever been there?
Been the Luna Book? No, I don't go that. I don't go up to the Moonwood. It's too bright, except for, when we come up here together. But that's because I'm with you guys. Most of the time, I've just been down in the Dark Leaf Wood. Or Dark Wood Leaf.
I wonder if Lyrianth has been there.
I imagine she has. Maybe we can send for her.
Hmm.
Can I look outside, see if there's any house attendants running around?
There's none that you can see, but you do know, like, you were made aware, there's a sort of house call system, so there's like a, ring for service, uh, so you can call upon, and, you hear the pitter-patter of feet, and then, a knock to the door. You called for service?
Yes, could you send for Lady Lyriantha, please?
Of course. Anything else that we can do for you?
No, that'll be it. Thank you.
She gives a bow, before heading off. Pitter-patter of feet fade off into the distance.
Alright, well, I did that. I'm sure she'll be along shortly.
So, Lyriantha does arrive not terribly long after. Just a few minutes. She seems to be perhaps not fully prepared for the day, still in her dressing gown, so, thick coverage, modesty, but definitely not something to be seeing anyone of sort of court standards. You called for me.
Yeah, sorry to trouble you so early, lady. Do you know anything about the Moonward Leaf, specifically the Lunar Brook Hotel?
I mean, I've grown up in Moonwood Leaf, so I could tell you much of anything. But the Luna Brook, yes, it's a fairly posh tavern. Stayed there a time or two when I must, but it hasn't. It's not something I make habit of.
Do you know anything of the concierge there?
I mean, there are a few, from my understanding, it changes as most shift in jobs do with the shifts.
Could you give us directions?
Yes, I could give you directions, or I could escort you there myself as soon as I, dress for the day.
We don't want to trouble you if you have plans.
I really don't have plans. You guys have been the most interesting thing since, being abducted.
Right.
Well, we may be getting into some confrontation. Not really sure the level of that. We wouldn't want to trouble you with that either.
Well then, if you just prefer the directions, I can, of course, get those written up for you.
I mean, you're welcome to come. I just wanted you to be fully aware of what we're seeking.
No, it's understandable that, not an adventure and I might get into trouble, but I'm not really one for fighting. And I'll get you the information.
That would be very kind. Thank you.
So, Lyriantha excuses herself to go write down the directions. I mean, it could just be me, but anyone else get the feeling that she's a bit lonely?
Yeah, I felt that since we met her.
I won't say that it's because of her mother, but she does seem to be a bit of the hard-ass type.
Well, I don't see any harm in her tagging along.
Yeah, no, it should be fine.
Right, I just wouldn't want her to be in any danger at our cost.
Something tells me that she's not a stranger to getting into trouble. That's just a vibe I get.
He did end up kidnapped alongside me.
Yeah, I've got no issue with her presence.
It is a few minutes later, as she returns, and there is neatly written the directions and a sketched out map towards the Lunar Brook. This should provide you an ample set of directions.
Yes, this is very thorough, but again, you're welcome to come.
No, I would not wish to impose.
You're not imposing. Come with us.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly.
All right. Well, I'll have to dress, but okay. And in that moment, you kind of see an excitement over her face begin to bubble up. And as she departs to ready herself, what are you guys doing?
Wonder if we should put forth any effort in looking more presentable.
You think we'd stick out in our adventuring gear?
Maybe just a little in a, quote unquote, posh tavern.
Yeah, I can see how that would help us blend in.
Wait, so we're putting on pretty clothes?
Yeah, we're gonna put on pretty clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all have pretty clothes with you?
Not really, but
No.
I guess I could make it work.
Hold on. Pull out the bag of holding again. I told you, I'm prepared. Pull out clothes for Bracken and Cecil.
Amazing. So, as you pull these clothes out, you all are able to dress a bit perhaps nicer. Though I will say it's likely that the clothes do not manage to fit over armor. In your case, Cecil.
Oh,
Could they
crap.
fit over still? Oh wait, no, I don't even have armor.
Well, I can put my armor in the bag. Perhaps you don't mind, Avi?
Pardon?
Do you mind if I put my armor in the bag of holding?
Oh no, go ahead.
I
Oh.
will do so.
As you put your armor in the bag of holding, I will say, if you have a cloak, whether this is part of Avi's fancy clothes or your own, you'd be able to hide your shield. So that you'd
I
be
don't. I don't have a shield,
You don't have a shield. That's right. You've got the warhammer.
but I do have a cloak.
You do have a cloak. There you can hide your warhammer with your cloak.
Oh, that'll do.
That'll do. Uh, that'll do, pig. So yeah, you guys each kind of get ready, put fancy clothes on. Catarib is once more, just kind of going at his own. Lorcan's tidying himself up as best as he can. Ulcus seems perhaps a little disinterested, but that's Ulcus. And yeah, you all make your way through your preparations, and by the time that you've finished your dressings, Ijwain Larienta comes back, and she's in a sort of very noble's presentation, high-rise boots, riding pants, and a blouse vest combination. She seems very much the noble's daughter, but also ready for some adventure. So, I assume that this will work for whatever we are planning to do with the Luna Brook.
Yes, you look well prepared.
Now, it is likely that we'll have to use some coin and conversation to make sure that you all make your way into the Luna Brook. It is a very private club, so to say.
Conversation's never been a problem for me.
Then we may make our way, as long as you've all eaten and are ready to go.
All set here.
Lariantha, you might be missing something. And I'm gonna remove my dagger and offer it to her in its sheath, just in case she wants to have some way to defend herself.
As soon as you offer the dagger, thank you. But I do have, and as she pulls out, it's not a full dagger. It is a smaller knife, but definitely one that is available. She pulls it from the side of her boot. I'm not the most, but I do figure that if I'm going to be with the adventurers, that I should perhaps take some precautions.
That's smart.
They're my mother's boots. She's quite smart.
They're good boots.
She does seem like the type to be prepared for anything.
It's how she earned the seat, I'm sure.
I'll stow the blade.
But I do appreciate that you all are inviting me along, and trying to make me fit in. Most people aren't quite like that.
Been hearing that a lot here.
You know, when you're the child of two high council seated members, you don't quite have peers, so to say.
Mm.
I'm familiar with that. It can
You
prove
are?
lonely, in a way.
Yeah, right.
Before we go, it's probably worth it to let everyone know who we're really looking for and why.
Go on.
The city that I'm from is hidden deep within some dark woods. It's not really on any maps. It's not really talked about. There's a limited number of elven traders that come through, and that's how Lorcan and I came to meet. He was one of the guards on one of the caravans that had come through. The thing about the city, it's completely surrounded by some tall walls that we keep garrisoned at all times. The dangerous part about the woods is there's dozens, if not more, goblin tribes that live in the woods, and they want a plant that we cultivate desperately.
Mm.
So we man the walls, we send out expeditions to try and thin them out, try to keep them from uniting. It's every day is perilous. It's a really special fruit that we cultivate. It's got curative properties. Some think it's magical. It's also quite delicious. But it kind of drives the goblins feral.
I was going to ask you about that. You said that it's got a weird effect on some people.
As far as we know, it essentially drives goblins feral, and all they want is to consume more of it. It's an immediate addiction. But the city that I'm from, that's where it grows best, by the
Mm.
moonlight that comes through the trees. That's why my ancestors settled there. And for Jellives and Siltrig to be recruiting saboteurs, the only thing that comes to mind is they're going to try and bring the walls down and let the goblins in. Why? I can't really say. But it would be the end of my city and my people and everyone that I know.
As you have this sort of moment, as you share it, there's a hand that raises as if someone's got a question. And you see that it's Cadrip.
I'll look at him.
I have one question. And it's not about teeth. And he looks over to Avi to, hands up. You said tribe. Are they anything like gangs?
How many people are in a gang?
And I don't
To you,
know.
Cadrip?
It could be a lot. I thought you guys were a gang, but you said that it wasn't. And I mean, like, you could be a small gang, but you said you're not a gang. But then you got like the Shrewd Brine saboteurs, and they got like tons of people in there, and then you got like other gangs that have tons of people. So I don't know, gangs big, small, like.
Well, Cadrib, is there ever any infighting between gangs? Do gangs ever take over other gangs by force or agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the tribes are, except instead of dozens, there may be hundreds or thousands of goblins in a single tribe.
Them big guys, or you got runts?
All sizes.
Just get the big guys to pick on the runts, and then you don't have to worry about them, because then they're all just worrying about themselves.
Well, we certainly do things and try and create conflict amongst the goblins, because if they were ever to unite, we would be hopelessly outnumbered. Imagine, Kadrup, if all of the gangs became one gang, what do you think they could do to this city?
They could put a lot of heads in a lot of privies.
All of the privies full of heads, you're right.
Now, Cecil, what's your plan when we get to Jellyfest?
Well, I don't know her personally. I just more know of that she was in the guard, so
Hmm.
she's certainly going to be a very skilled combatant,
Sure.
but I'm more interested in information. They're here recruiting saboteurs and whoever else. They're far enough away from the city that, I mean, they could have gone to an adjacent, much closer city and recruited people, and we probably would have never found out, but
Right.
they're so far away, they must be casting a wide net. But
Okay.
I don't understand why.
Okay. I'd feel a lot better if we went in with a solid plan. Um, what if you tell her you want in? You have motive.
It's not a bad idea.
They kicked you out. You want to tear them down.
The fact that I was allowed to walk out and that I wasn't executed was a kindness.
I'm sure.
I'm not sure she would believe me, but it's worth a try. If that fails, we can take things and make them more physical. Information is what's important, but if we can keep the line open, that might be the best.
Got it.
Any other questions?
I don't mean to be someone who brings the party down, especially, after just being invited. But what do we do if she's not there? What if she's out on some errand or on these recruitings?
Well, our information says that she exchanges information between one of the concierge there. So maybe if we figure out which one, we could set up a meeting or we could wait. But I imagine if she's passing information through a third party, then she's being extra careful.
And Lyriantha nods.
Lorcan, did you by chance ever meet Jellyfest?
Don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, I think she may have served under one of my siblings, not me. Well, then maybe we scope the place out and try and connect through the concierge. But I suppose we need to get inside first.
getting inside means that we have to leave. And, I mean, you all look as ready as one can be. Though you can see she gives an eye to Lorcan and Olcus, who have done perhaps the bare minimum.
Bodyguards.
It could work.
Oh wait, that was an option.
But you're already dressed so nicely.
I look like a dweeb.
Oh, you look precious, adorable.
I spent a good chunk.
Is Fracken dressed up in a little sailor suit? Is that what's going on now?
It's
No.
the Benoit little suit,
God.
ascot and all.
Yeah.
You look nice. I mean,
I'm one powdered way away from giving myself a wedgie. You know that, right?
listen, I spent a good chunk of my own money making sure that I had clothes for you for any occasion. The fact that you're treating me this way when I'm just
You
trying to
know
help
what?
you.
You're right. I apologize. Thank you for buying me these clothes, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't want them, I'll take them.
You already have nice clothes.
I want more.
You got my
Okay.
old nice clothes.
I'm going to get you more.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Avi. It reminds me of home.
You're welcome.
So, with a little illumination of the importance of your work here, with a updated course of outfits, and a new addition, again, to your group, you all are able to set out into the Moonwardly and head towards the Lunar Brook. You, do you prepare any sort of tactics or stories to get inside, or are you planning to just kind of work off of each other in the moment?
I think we work best when we wing it. That's my opinion.
Works for me.
I mean, please, if y'all have ideas.
Well, since I've been here before, we may not need to do too much convincing. As you'll be more like, instead of entirely new guests, visitors that accompany me. I don't really understand their whole club system here. They just kind of keep things close knit.
Sure.
You might
And
still
that
have to do some stuff on the spot, you know. I'm your sister's cousin's cousin or something. I'm
Maybe
sure
we're
might
it'll be good.
work.
discussing business, perhaps, in a private and comfortable place.
Yeah, you know, we could do business discussions. Totally. I would say that all of your, maybe not Bracken's passive insight. What is everyone's passive insight?
Mine's 20.
12.
12?
Okay, so it would be Avi then. who's a passive insight would probably pick up on the fact that it does not seem that Lyriantha does much business work in her family. It seems that perhaps she is not yet taken on such responsibilities for the house.
I'm sure if nobody looks too close, that you and I could pass for some sort of distant relation of some kind.
Yeah, and political marriages exist,
Of course. We can pull this off. It's
Totally. So, you make it to the Lunar Brook, and it doesn't seem fairly populated from an outside view. And but of course, that probably is a it's probably meant to make it look sleek and quiet, to draw in people who may be looking for such an experience. There is a doorman, however, at the front.
well, let's work some magic.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So your group walks up, but Avi, you're taking point.
I'm gonna hook my arm through Lyriantha's. We'll
Okay.
walk up together.
Okay. Easily done. As you approach, the doorman just looks to you. Lyriantha smiles wide. We have business inside.
Serious business.
I'm sure you do. Your name? Oh, I've been here before. I am Lyriantha. I'm of the Gelvorn family. Gilvorn, sorry. So many G's. It's like the winds all over again. Geldrig, Gilvorn, something else, I'm sure.
Jenny. Not yet, but there's gonna be one. Just you watch.
Is that your backup character?
No.
Is that a pencil crossing out things that I hear in the background?
No. No.
Right. Gilvorn. And who all are you?
Yes. With Lyriantha, we're peasants 3, 4. Was it 4 times removed?
I think so,
It's-
yeah. It's been a while
it's
since
all-
we've looked.
It's all very new and
Go ahead, give me a deception check, please.
that's not bad. It's a 21.
Yes, well, you have quite a large entourage with you. I can't expect you're all cousins.
No, of course not. These some friends here, and I don't go anywhere without security. It's dangerous out here.
Yes, well, our protocol allows for a a maximum of 3 guests with a returning figure. We don't want to overcrowd the inn.
Of course, but surely you can make an exception. It's been years since we've gotten together.
I'm sure there's an agreement we may come to. As he looks over each of your group.
I'll just kind of stick my little arm through the group and give him 50 gold.
Takes it, does a quick guess, doesn't fully count it. I'm sure that some of you have been here before, returning guests, as he pockets the coin.
You know what? That's right. I have been here. That
Yeah,
was years back.
exactly.
Yeah, once or twice.
So, I'll let you all in. Enjoy your stay at the Luna Brook. And he opens the door to let you all inside. As you enter in, it is, you hear the sound of figures here. Having a fairly good time. Music, laughter, dances. It's all happening in the back, beyond the first portion, which is just a desk. There's concierge present, but you see that as they look up, yes, are you here to make a booking?
A booking?
For a room, or were you planning on using some of the more immediate resources, and such as refreshments, or some of the more entertaining options?
And I'll look around at our group.
They've got
Refreshments?
great drinks here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then let's is there a table for us that we can get to for
Oh,
refreshment?
if you're looking to partake in any of our more immediate services, you'll just want to head down and take a left further into the building.
Thank you so much.
Of course, enjoy your stay. So, as your group moves down the hall, takes the left, the sounds of music get closer and start to fill your heads, and as you enter in to the main performance hall, filled with different bodies, performers, dancers, patrons, and merrymakers. This is where we will take our first ad break for the evening. So, please stick around with us. We will be right back to see what is happening here in the Lunar Brook. But As we head off to our break, please let the ads run. It helps us out so very much. Keep them on a low volume, as if you need to stand up, stretch, get water, rehydrate, all the good stuff there. If you want to help us out even more than that, you can consider leaving a tip for me at our Ko-Fi. It helps keep me caffeinated, buying me a coffee, but it also helps unlock all sorts of fun rewards community-wide for all of our free games. Currently, we are at a double reward tier for all of your treasures, but our next one unlocks a fun and quirky companion for everybody in the form of Aurora. So, we'll see you all very shortly. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back as you guys have entered into this hall, this performance hall, and it is full of performers that are filling the air with a tune that has sunken in and has become very it's seductive. It draws you out onto the floor. You see dancers that seem to control the dance floor as they move through the crowds, and many of the patrons here are swooning as their coin is thrown towards the stage of bards that fill the air with this lovely song, and you all feel the desire to join the dance floor. And go ahead, as you each get onto the floor and begin to find your place in the crowd of merrymakers. Why don't we get some wisdom saving throws?
Oh, I don't like that. More like
Kind of-
wisdom saving throws. Uh-oh.
Is that
Kind
what
of-
I think it is?
No, shut up.
Well, I don't have my music up yet. Oh, but I do have a sad trombone.
Ooh.
Cool. And then I need to roll for our NPCs. So Ron snaps out of it. Lorcan does not. Ansel does not. Olka snaps out of it. Cadrib does not. So, Cecil, Ron, and Olcus. In the dark and moody lights of the party going on here, let's get... Don't need as much banquet sounds. There we go. Okay, put this down. Bam. Alright. So, as you all start to join in, it is Ron, Ulkish, and Cecil able to sort of clear your minds of the need to be a part of the dance and to fall in line. The beauty of this this band, but Avi, Bracken, it is nothing like you've ever really experienced before, and it is very nice. The music, it is intriguing. The dancers are beautiful in the lights of this room. And what are you guys doing?
We gotta check this area out. This is pretty cool, right?
I'm vibing. I'm having a great time.
Yeah,
But what I
y'all wanna get
noticed,
some drinks while we're here?
absolutely, but what I noticed that Ron is not dancing.
She's near you, but she's not really in the dance. She's kind of looking around, trying to get a read of the scene. It seems that she's just perhaps not picking up on the vibes of the place.
Well, then
Let's
I
have
need
it,
to.
two-step going.
I need to help her feel the vibes.
As
You need,
you...
you need to dance with me. Come on.
Something I don't think is right here.
Everything's fine. Just
It's
get
at
into it.
this point, Avi, one of the dancers, and you can see this very fey figure comes forward. Hard to see what their heritage is. Vines and flowers woven through their hair, almost as if it is their hair. And as she approaches in these flowy robes, are you not having fun? Is the party not enjoyable enough?
I'm having a great time.
That is wonderful. It's so good to see beautiful women such as yourself enjoy what we have presented.
Well, okay.
Perhaps if your partner does not mind, we may share a dance.
I'll look to Ron.
You see her face is kind of pulled stern, and I am not in the mood for a dance. I will not keep you away from the floor if it costs you, Avi. But as she says this, she is eyeing the second figure that has walked up. Like, narrow eyes, not saying anything.
I think at that, Avi's face will drop for a second. Fine. And I'll walk off with this new person.
You see that she smiles as she welcomes you forward for the dance into the middle of the floor, almost drawing you into the center of the crowd as she begins to dance alongside the music. And as you follow, it is unfortunate that your partner did not join us for this dance.
Yeah, it is.
It
She's so
is.
serious.
But what is life without being a little relaxed, enjoying the moment?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
Perhaps it is well enough that I understand you.
For now, yeah, it is.
And as she smiles, your dance continues. Bracken, what were you doing?
We're doing a little two-step shuffle up to the bar. We're gonna get into the place. We're gonna have a great time with it.
As you try to get over to the bar and leave the dance floor, can you roll me another wisdom save?
Yeah, absolutely. How's a big 10?
You know, as much as a drink would be great, right now you really just feel like dancing, staying on the floor, getting out some of this energy.
All right.
The bar will be there after a dance, right?
All right. We're gonna back it on up.
So,
Gonna bring it right back into the group and just say I changed my mind. I want to dance a bit more.
as you are moving to dance a bit more, Cecil, you've been seeing and watching these interactions, and you also see the interactions of your companions. Lorcan has wandered off with a very similar figure to who Avi is dancing with currently. He's seemingly gone with no resistance.
I would say I'm playing along just enough to blend in, but I'm looking around to see if there's any concierge desk or I'm trying to keep track of all my companions. Everyone's just everywhere now. Great.
Perception check.
12.
Well, you don't see a concierge desk besides the one that you had passed onto your way here. There are, of course, other servers and there's the barkeep, but that's really kind of what you're getting amongst all the dancing and trying to place your companions.
Okay, who's the closest companion to me that's caught up in the business here?
Bracken.
Okay, I'll try and squeeze through the crowd to get to Bracken and just be like, hey, we're...
Bracken's hitting a cabbage patch.
Okay. Jeez. Keep your mind about you, we've got a purpose here.
Yeah, I get you. I'm just having some fun. No biggie.
Bracken.
Yeah.
You see a figure approaching towards you. What would Bracken's fantasy woman look like? Like the person that probably doesn't
Harry.
exist. Oh, look at how romantic that is. But like what the person that like, you know, probably doesn't exist you know, before Terry kind of like who would that look like for Bracken?
Boy, that would be I guess taller, hourglass, a little muscly but not too toned, red hair, long, little bit pointier on the nose, full lips.
All I'm hearing is Poison Ivy.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that.
Am I wrong?
Tan,
Good with plants.
not green.
So the figure that comes walking up to you is this willowy woman, and her hair is, you see, red with curls, and in some of those curls seem to be blooms of roses, and she definitely seems to have some sort of dryad or nymph-like appearance as she walks over. Does not seem to pay much mind to Cecil, just eyes upon you, Bracken, as you're dancing. And as she looks down, a smile upon her face. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of your acquaintance.
What are you talking about? I'm around here all the time.
Well then, would you do me the honor of sharing your name?
Yeah, I'm Bracken.
It is very nice to meet you, Bracken. Do you care for sharing a dance?
I don't mind sharing at all.
And seeming to sweep Bracken away from you, Cecil, comes this woman, as she begins to now move in a way to fill Bracken's visuals with just her. Cecil, roll me an insight check.
6.
Lovely. Maybe it's just a way to get more tips for the band and the troupe. Or maybe she thought it's just fancy Bracken, Who knows? But it seems that Bracken is underneath the captivation of this figure, at least for the time being.
I'm just kind of standing there dumbfounded as they walked away.
As
Or
you
shimmied away.
Yeah. As you stand there,
He's doing the sprinkler as he's going through the crowd.
You don't know why she seems enamored by this, but she does. No one should be impressed by the sprinkler.
It's because I got the move.
Oh, 100%, Bracken. It's at this point, Cecil, you feel another presence nearby you. You look and you see Ron, and she is glaring across the dance floor to where Avi and the other figure is.
Where's Avi gone to?
A figure came up and seemed to be in more of the dance mood than I, and he swept her away further into the crowd.
Yeah, Bracken got swept away as well.
And the others? Lorcan?
Lucas is brooding over there. Lorcan's gone. Ansel's gone. What happened to Lyriantha?
Oh yeah, I forgot to roll about Lyriantha. She's also somewhere in the crowd.
They're all gone!
Even Cadrib's gone.
They like Cadrib in here?
Yeah, they let Cadrib in here. He's wearing fancy clothes.
Catarib's hot.
He's got like half a mouthful of gold teeth, alright? That's got
My
something,
man's
alright.
dripping. He's got a puffy coat on. He's got Tim's.
Cadrib
Avi
doesn't
really went all out on these fancy clothes.
He's got a Supreme necklace.
Damn.
He's got a fitted Yankee.
It's all like discounted and off-brand, but just so enough that like that it's not, but anyone who's walking by would think something's
My
off.
man's from the Bronx.
Yeah, we skipped Goodwill. We went straight to Buffalo Exchange.
Oh my
It's
god.
Nice.
At the least, it's Plato's Closet.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. I do not like whatever is going on here.
Yeah, the party seems to have captivated them.
Yes. It is the party. Avi,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead, roll for me a performance check.
Yeah, okay. 19.
So, the two of you together, you and this, nameless fae that has invited you onto the dance floor, have created this, seamless dance, through the music. It's as if both of you are trained performers that just allow it to pass through. And as the first song is coming to a rest, your dance partner smiles, and you can see the just so sharpened teeth that enhance her fey nature as she gives this bright smile. I had a lot of fun here. What is your name, so that way, if I find myself free of a partner, we may dance again?
I'm Avi.
It is a pleasure, Ozzy.
And your name?
Oh shit, I need a fantasy name generator.
Uh-oh.
I should know this by now that people ask for the names of my
Mhm.
NPCs. I am Sapedi.
Hey.
You should go back. It seems that your partner is perhaps a bit cross with me. And she sends that smile across the dance floor, and as you look over, you can see where Ron is pulling a scowl at Sapedi.
Promise she's not usually such a stick in the mud.
You know, I have plenty of sisters who are quite literally sticks in mud.
I'm sure you do. Uh, thank you for dancing with me.
Of course. And please, continue to enjoy the party. Go ahead, make for me another wisdom save. As she says this, you can feel where the threads of the music, as well as the tonality of her voice, try to wrap in and sink deeper under your skin, but you're able to sort of slide them off as if they are thick gel. And you clear your mind a moment, and you seem to be broken of the captivation, some spell that fell over you.
Yeah, we'll play it cool.
Okay.
I'm sure I will. I'm gonna push through the crowd straight to Ron.
Yeah, easily done. You see that standing next to Ron, of course, is Cecil.
My hands are on my hips. Like, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
Yeah?
don't know what that was.
And immediately Ron kind of comes to you, and it, it's not your fault. It is whoever has bewitched this crowd.
Magic?
Perhaps.
It's definitely magic. I felt magic. You're not mad at me.
I'm mad more at her. And I am perhaps a bit affected at the fact that you had gone off for a dance and some beautiful woman asks you to, but
Well, you wouldn't dance.
because I was trying to figure out what was going on.
My goodness. Well,
Cecil's backing away slowly.
As Cecil, you back away slowly. You bump into Ansel, who is perhaps a bit stunned. You see a his hair is mused, and uh, and he's more cut loose than you've seen him in your acquaintance. Oh, Cecil, sorry. Didn't see you there.
Are you okay, Ansel?
Yes, just had a very strange interaction.
Yeah, there seems to be some magic weaving through this music.
As you say that, I will prompt a wisdom save, and Ansel's able to break free. Yes, something strange. Where are the others?
Brackett's down there doing the Cupid shuffle, except he doesn't have wings anymore.
Got the Bracken hitting the lawnmower and doing some shopping cart action.
Damn.
Bracken, as you're dancing this, you see only this figure who has not even given you her name yet. But she, for a moment, seems to hunger as you dance. Roll for me insight check.
Insight check. Boom.
An 11. Something about that. Perhaps it is just her more fey nature. But I mean, you've grown up with figures like this, so someone looking at you with such hunger begins to draw upon some survival instincts. Go ahead, you may make your wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
You are able to break free of the hold that draws you into the dance and into the revelry.
Mid floss, he just goes, "All right, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back later," and just walks.
I do hope that you will be back, Bracken.
I might. We'll see.
And she goes back to dancing, picking some other figure from the crowd. So it seems that everyone save for Lorcan, Lyriantha, and Cadrib are free from the effects.
I think we should spread out and find them. If they play the cha-cha slide, they may be trapped forever.
Yeah, you're right. I'll start looking for Lyriantha.
I'll go for Lorcan.
Okay, investigation checks, please.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Can I go find Catara?
Yeah, investigation.
I might end up back on the dance floor.
Alright, no, I've got ideas. So, I'm just making sure that I make sure I have notes of who all is here so I don't forget roles again. We'll start off with Avi. You are looking for Lyriantha. And as you skirt around the edges of the dance floor, trying to avoid running into Sepevi again, you do not catch sight of Lyriantha, but you do find another familiar face as you see tucked away in a more detached part of the party, Lorcan.
Oh,
And he is with one of the other dancers, and they are sharing a heated kiss as you come upon them.
great.
Really tongue fighting.
100%.
So I'll
Sloppy
walk
open
up,
mouth kissing.
just tapping Lorcan on the shoulder.
Thresh, oh my god. As you
You're fired.
as you tap on Lorcan's shoulder, he pulls away. Hey, Ovi, hi, how can I help?
Yeah, Lorcan, you know we got something going on?
Yeah, no, just, we all got in the party and,
Right, yeah.
beautiful woman here.
Oh, you're right. She's gorgeous. You really... Can we have a moment, please?
Roll a persuasion check.
The 21.
Yeah. And he turns back to the figure, that he was macking on. I'll be right back. Just wait here, darling. I'll be a few minutes, most. And he'll come over towards you, Avi.
Lorcan, they got you charmed.
I mean, she's very charming, but I mean...
No, there's like literal magic in the music.
And as you say that, it allows him to remake that wisdom save, and... What was our casing on?
It doesn't matter. I'm sure you've been loped in with worse people.
But I'm aware of that.
Yeah. Just come on, we got other people to find.
Okay. With that, Cecil, you were looking for Lorcan. But you don't find Lorcan, and as you move through the crowd, you do find a familiar face as you see trailing behind anyone and sort of mimicking their dances is Cadric.
Oh, God. Okay.
And there are, like, adoration in his eyes as this goblin just, is trying to catch someone's attention.
Can I just pick him up by his collar and carry him out of there?
He is gonna try and struggle. No, I need to dance. Go ahead, give me an athletics.
It's a 23.
Oh yeah, easily able to pick him up. He does squirm, but you're able to keep a good hold on him.
Once we get out of the crowd, I'll set him down and just like look him in the face and be like, "There's magic in the music. It's trapping you. Come on."
So beautiful. And he looks longingly towards the dance floor. It seems that he is not able to break free of the spell.
I'm gonna grapple him.
This is about the time I walk up.
Athletics.
That's a 23.
Yeah, you can still keep a hold of him before he can even go back out onto the dance floor.
Just gonna put him on my shoulder and just keep walking away.
He seems then to be enamored with you, as you're giving him
Oh,
the attention
God.
that he craves.
I need to find Abby,
So,
because I'm not gonna resolve this in a positive manner.
as you feel the sort of where Katarib no longer puts up a fight and just kind of sinks into the fact that he's going along with you.
This is worse.
Bracken,
Yeah.
you were sent out in hopes to find Katarib,
Yep.
and you're like, well, I was enjoying it on the dance floor. Maybe that's where Katarib will be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as you get back onto the dance floor, able now to avoid, of course, the music and the
Still kind of busting a groove. Just
Oh,
a quick little
100%.
two-step side to side.
you do see, like, leaning up on the stage at the different satyrs and fae musicians, the familiar figure of Lyriantha.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi. And
You doing all right?
I think I'm in love.
Hell yeah. Good for you.
And she just sort of agrees with that as she stares up at the performers.
Oh, hey, we should probably head over that way, by the way.
Why? I need to stay here.
No, there's other hot guys over there, too.
But I don't want them. I want him.
Oh, well, he said he'd come over in a minute.
Roll deception check.
That's a 22.
I mean, if he told that to you. Okay.
Yeah, come on.
And she'll
Well.
go with you.
Invite or fold her in with the group.
So at this point, you all kind of come back together. Ulcus has made his way over. So Lyriantha and Katarib are still underneath the effects. But you're all present now.
Can someone help me, please?
Well, goodness. Well, sit him down.
I'll try and set him down.
As he goes down, he doesn't move far from you, Cecil.
Hey, Cadred.
Hi, Avi.
You feeling all right, bud?
I'm feeling really good. People have been, so much dancing and having fun.
Yeah. I know, it's so much fun. But they're tricking you, bud.
They're tricking me.
They're tricking you. They got you with some magic.
Allows him to remake his wisdom save. And as he blinks, sort of shakes his head, you don't see that same level of adoration in his eyes, as it seems that he breaks from the charm of the spell.
Better?
Well, I guess. I just wanted to have some fun.
I know. Well, we'll have some fun later.
Bracken, when did he say that he was going to be coming over here?
Yeah, sooner or later. Hey, everyone, look who I found.
Oh, good. Lyriantha.
Hi, guys. I just, I was
She's
just
got the
waiting.
hots for the guy up on stage.
He's the love
Oh.
of my life.
Oh, honey, no. He's not, I promise.
But he's... I feel it. There's a connection between us there.
Yeah, it's magic.
What?
And you see where the effect of the charm seems to snap and break off of Lyriantha. Oh my goodness. And her normally dark face of her drow complexion becomes even darker as a flush of embarrassment comes up.
Oh, honey, it's all right.
I was acting like such a teenager.
It's okay.
Oh.
You know,
Would you-
hey, at least you weren't attached to the face of one of them.
I mean,
What'd you say about magic?
Yeah, how do you think they got us dancing like that?
I don't know, the funky tunes.
so as you break yourself away from the performer's charms and effects, I do need to make notes here. Because, further implications.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a job here. And there are other staff members besides the performers. What are you doing?
You gotta find a concierge.
Gotta find the right one.
Go ahead, roll for me, perception checks. As you look about, this room doesn't really accommodate for any sort of concierge. and you did have the one at the main area, but you do have there's the barkeep here. There are other staff members. They might know and have connections to who you're looking for. You can talk to them, but you don't see an actual concierge desk back here.
I'll head to the bar, see if I can't find nothing out.
I'll follow Avi. Bartenders always have what you need. T-Pain taught me that.
My goodness.
Yes,
T-Pain.
the bard Timothy Payne.
Hell yeah. The voice of a generation.
Timothy Ithaway.
Actually,
We don't.
That's cool.
We don't talk about Timothy.
Tithway is actually an acronym. The T in Tithway stands for Tithway. The I in Tithway
Stands for Tithway.
yeah, it's just moved up one. The T in Tithway, Tithway. The H in Tithway stands for Hershey's.
Oh, wow.
Because she's so sweet.
Of course.
So you make it over to the barkeep. And as he comes over, what's the poison?
Oh, you got a half special.
I do? Yeah.
Let's try that. Surprise me.
You got it.
Hey, I was actually supposed to meet a friend here.
I hear that quite a bit.
Jillivis. You heard that name?
No, I've not heard that name.
You sure?
Fairly sure.
I'm gonna take 2 platinum and slide it across the bar towards him. You really sure?
He'll take the platinum. Look, I've heard the name. But, it's a load of trouble that I don't want to get involved with.
I know, I understand. Is there someone I can talk to that might want to get in that kind of trouble?
You don't mind paying a prettier piece than what you've spent to me, a matron of rooms might be able to provide some information.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And he finishes the cocktail with a long pull before sending it over to you as the house special. It seems to have almost a glow of its own underneath the lights. There's a you see that there's a shimmered powder in that flows throughout the whole drink.
This looks yummy.
That's the reason why it's one of our best sellers.
Oh, I'll take a sip.
Yeah, it is a crisp, fruity. It's a little dry of a flavor, but it's not bad.
I'm gonna kind of do that. Pick it up and kind of shrug as I walk away. Thank you.
All right.
I gotta give me a treat.
Oh my gosh. So, what do you do?
Well, I head back to where everybody's kind of congregating and share what I found out. Long sips of my drink in between.
What's a matron of rooms?
It's like the innkeeper. You know, the person who's in charge of everything.
Is
Unless
that
you...
who we spoke to at the front?
Probably not. So, like, I don't know if you've been to an upscale. You've got the people who work on, like, the booking and everything, and then you have the people who actually run the stuff, and, like, the very top. So, we'd be looking for the matron of rooms. She's at the very top. I'm sure if we find someone, we can just, ask to speak to their manager, and the manager arrives, asks to speak to the matron.
Oh, we gotta ask to speak to a manager. We're gonna be those people, huh?
I mean, that's... Is there an issue with having to ask?
No, it's cool. Yeah, it'll get us to where we need to.
I mean, because if I might be the one that, because again, I'm not really a big adventurer. I don't do this very often. Thank you guys for bringing me along again. But, you have the experience of, like, how, certain things. It's just how I've always done it. If I needed to speak to someone, I just go up and very politely alert them that I need to speak to their manager, and when the manager arrives, that I need to speak to a certain person.
All right, let's try it.
Remember to snap your fingers at them. That really gets their attention.
You don't need to do that. Cadrib, however, is already snapping. He takes everything that Bracken says as something that is important and should be followed immediately.
I bet it was his idea too.
Oh, 100% it was his idea. He'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Cadrib's doing this, you do see that a server comes over. Anyone who wants to can roll an insight check here. Cecil, Avi, you can see that she's very much putting on the customer service, I don't want to deal with this, bright smile. Yes, I saw that you required assistance and attention. How may I help?
Yeah, we're wondering if we could speak to a manager, and can I also get another one of these?
Of course. I will, go grab one of the house specials, and I'll get a manager here. Post haste. And the figure kind of heads off.
Yeah, that wasn't hard.
She comes back, and when she returns, there does seem to be another figure with her. Almost gnome-like figure, though older, a bit more fey. You needed to speak to a manager. Is everything all okay with your experience so far here at the Lunar Brook?
Oh, everything just seems tip top, as far as I'm concerned. We were hoping to speak to the matron of rooms, if at all possible.
You see, as soon as you ask for the matron of rooms, there is, like, a bit of relief in this figure's face, this manager. I believe that we can make that arrangement possible. Was there anything else that I can do for you this day, or is the matron just,
Hey, as long as you keep making drinks like these, you're all right in my book.
All right. And you see where, as he heads off, taking the server, there's a little bit of a back and forth between the two of them before they part their ways.
The stopping, it worked.
It sure did. Good job, Cadred.
When you are next approached, where you kind of stand on the outskirts of this room, it is by the, you can only presume, the matron. Yes, hello. You asked to speak with me. Is there anything perhaps wrong with your rooms? Or are you in need of them?
I think you may be able to deliver a message for me.
A message.
I believe there's a patron here by the name of Jellibes, is that correct?
You know, it isn't company policy to be spreading the private information of patrons.
Oh, no, it's fine. We know she's here. She's a friend.
Let's just say that if she's here, I understand your discretion and I respect it. Could you please let her know that a Darkholm is here and would like to speak with her?
Services such as that do require certain payments.
To deliver a message.
Yes, as it is not quite my job description.
I'll give her 100 gold.
As you give her the 100 gold, she shakes it, puts it in one of her pouches.
Well, unfortunately, your Jellivest no longer is a patron here. She's moved out recently.
Might you know where she has gone to?
I do not. But please, enjoy this day, and if you wish to retake her rooms, they are available.
You've got an awful heavy purse there for not knowing where her destination was.
Yeah. It seems that perhaps your efforts of bargaining in the future will be more informed.
As the matron heads off, a figure can be seen sort of lurking near your group. Go ahead, give me perception checks. So, not only do you recognize that the figure is present, you would see that they are one of the dancer troops. And that this is the dancer that had snuck off with Lorcan in the first portion, the one that drew him out onto the dance floor. Albeit it's not the one that you found him with in the corner.
Okay.
As the matron passes off, this figure gracefully sort of sidles up to your group.
I cannot help but notice that you are exchanging coin for information.
servant.
I know what I like. I key in on it.
Do you have something to share with us?
Do you have more coin?
Perhaps.
And perhaps I have something to share.
What about another dance with this one? And I point at Lurk.
He is interesting, but not quite my type.
Oh, all right. Here,
Sorry, bud.
there's another one out there for you, man. Don't worry.
Look, I'm already found that I was macking on someone that I can't quite remember. It's all a bit of a haze.
Oh, well, maybe we'll find her again. You can reattach yourself.
Oh dear.
Haha, very funny.
Nice.
Maybe I'll find the one that you went off with after Ron.
Oh,
Be my guest.
I'm gonna slide 50 gold over to our new friend here.
Taking the 50 gold. I recognize this figure. You say Jelivis, yes?
That would be correct.
I spent a few nights entertaining her.
Anything come up in conversation?
Perhaps.
I'll slide another 50 gold.
Jelivis, a customer of curious occupation. Siltrig, I heard a name come up in regards to some of Jelivis's informants. This figure had been confronted by agents of Darkholm. I know not what that means, but perhaps it is you all, if you are so interested in finding Jelivis.
Perhaps.
Yes, well, furthering on that, it seems that Siltrig was to betray Jelivis, put all blame upon her, and allow himself escape undetected back to Darkholm's folds. And because of this, Jelivis has since moved her operations, gone to the Darkwood Leaf, hiding out until the interference has passed.
Anywhere specific in the Darkward Leaf?
She did not tell me. It seems that she did not wish for my companionship after leaving. Understandable. I probably would not make the trip out. Not unless she paid me much more than what I got, but
I got mad going.
Very well.
it does seem that I missed on our ad. So we're gonna pause here and we'll pick up catch the VOD.
Oh,
Alright, sorry about that sudden ad break. Didn't realize time got away from me there. But we are back, and you have just had a revelation that Jelivis is in the Darkward Leaf, and hiding out until the interference of plans passes. Is there anything else that you are wanting to pursue from this dancer?
I think we have a direction that we need to go. Back to the Darkward Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
You do recall that as part of the Dark Ward Leaf is the Spriganok Spiritual Lounge. You can meet back up with Tongue Tug and the other Glitterbow bandits to see if perhaps they learned anything from their scouting.
Yeah, we can check in with the Glitterbow.
Glitterbow, Glitterbow,
Glitterbow.
Glitterbow, Glitterbow, whatever.
The brownies.
Yeah. So, as you... Do I have a lounge? We do have lounges. It might be a spooky lounge.
I can't deal with spooky right now.
Yeah, why is it always gotta be scary?
I will throw up.
It's not that spooky.
You don't know.
Do not try heave on this stream.
I'm so scared.
Not the thresh special.
Anything but that.
So, as you make your way out of this area, and through the Moon Ward Leaf, back down to the Dark Ward Leaf, make it over to the lounge. And this time the lounge, it does seem to be filled with figures, sort of just having a drink, taking some time to enjoy themselves. It's not packed, filled with figures like the Lunar Brook was, and definitely doesn't seem to have charm effects in the air. And you do see Tontug. And sitting with Tontug are the two guards, the two officers, First Shrub and Winterleg, that were also introduced to you all to assist. Ah, friends! Sort of. Hey! And Tontug kind of waves over at you all.
Hello, good day.
Hello.
Ah.
You all, you disappeared yesterday. You, everything all right? You got where you need to be?
Yeah.
What? You look a bit sweaty. Everything all right?
I've been dancing.
Everything's fine.
All right.
We had a great time up there.
I mean, hey, if you've got a good time, I won't tell you nothing. So, you know, I was gonna tell you this yesterday, but I couldn't find you. You know, we did our sort of, me and my crew went around and into the lower reaches. Didn't find anyone matching Jellyfish's description. You know, we even put out a few bribes, but there was no useful leads.
We've just learned that she's hiding somewhere in the Darkwood Leaf.
Well, she's not in the lower reaches.
What other areas does that leave?
Plenty of other areas, but as this the cypress sprigs, First Shrub and Winterleg, we did hear that a figure like Jellyfish is the description. They passed through Moon Ward Leaf. They paid off several guards to find her a place in the Dark Ward Leaf. But you know, we did try and ask around, but the guards that were involved, they kind of conveniently forgotten everyone they dealt with the day.
You don't say.
Go ahead, roll insight checks.
Avi,
Mm.
and Bracken. The ones that perhaps could be most likely involved, the ones that I've forgotten conveniently who they had interacted with. Well, they may not be giving up information on their own accords. Perhaps the records of where they were assigned might provide some hints.
And this is coming from Winterleg and Fur Shrub.
First Shrub and Winterleg said that, they, Ash, and the ones that they think would have been the most involved seem to have forgotten everyone they interacted with on that day. So, while they don't have any sort of confirmation or hard evidence, it could be that they know of postings for these figures, which
Mm.
their area can be sort of an indicator.
You got names for these guards that might have been involved? Where they might be?
I mean, we don't know what the current posting is, but we can always go up to the office. But we know about where they were posted.
Maybe we get confirmation from the office. Is that possible?
I mean, yeah, but you'd be like sitting around, because doing all that is very busy. But I mean, that's why we're here to help you out as best as we can.
Right, of course.
The bureaucracy, it can be pretty slow sometimes.
Were these guys hanging out with the Glitterbow Bandits?
They were sitting here in the lounge having a drink, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, we can get you names. We can get you up to the office.
That seems to be the only route if we're going to track these people down who know things.
You said that might take some time.
I mean, if you're wanting to go through the office, yeah, I mean, we could tell you where they were posted. We just don't know their current postings. Because, we was asking around, who they were talking, where they were staying at.
My goodness. See, so whatever you think is the best course to take here.
Well, going to this office is going to get us what we need, but it's going to be slow. I don't know. Fur Shrub, is there a faster solution here?
I mean, look, are you looking to talk to the guards, or are you just looking to see where they were at? Because if you want to see where they were at, we'll tell you that the posting that they were stationed in. But if you want to talk to the guards, I mean, I don't know, maybe you've got some interrogation efforts that we don't got, and maybe they'll talk to you more than they'll talk to us.
Oh, well, I know some of you guards are very interested in somebody's bongos.
Oh, wait, are you the bongo guy?
Yeah.
I have been known in many parts as the bongo guy.
My man
Sure.
bongs it up.
Oh man, we heard about the first thing from Burnt Night. Oh man, you said that you was very interesting. It's a shame that we couldn't make it.
Well, perhaps you find these people that were involved and gather them up, entice them with a promise of another bongo expedition, or what's the word? Exhibition.
I mean, we can try. I don't know, I don't know how much they might like the bongos, but we can try it out.
Maybe the bongos need an accompaniment.
Oh, that would be incredible. And on top of the bongos, questions.
Mm.
You know,
We'll play the bongos, but they gotta tell us stuff.
you see, I don't know that they might go for that because we tried asking them the questions before and they didn't, answer us. So,
Well, they'll get to ask me a question too.
Mm-hmm.
I will try it, but I can't make no promises. All cipher sprigs, they're not the same, you know.
You know what? You're so right. I don't know why I immediately went to. Now I feel bad.
Let's go to the office.
All right, well, we have to go all the way back up to the Moon Ward Leaf.
How long is this gonna take?
Yeah, I don't know. It takes a... Look, if you want to talk to the people themselves, you gotta go through. You gotta see where they're posting at. You gotta get them on their when they're not on post, or call them off, which takes a bit of time to pass the messages. If you're wanting to do it officially, we do it officially. It just come on, we take this off.
We take what off?
Yeah, this time, we finish our drinks here, we go up when we start the waiting process. The sooner we start it, the sooner it finishes.
Just kind of face palming a bit.
So, I will, just, to make sure that Bracken and Avi kind of have the clear understanding,
Mm-hmm.
if these figures who are conveniently forgetting were in a certain area,
Mm-hmm.
it could be that Jelavesh is in that certain area and might be
Gotcha.
able to pick up on leads there. Instead of having to go through the whole process of talking to the guards, you may
Now
be
I
able
get
to
it.
just now scout that area.
Understood. Might have blacked out first time you told me that.
And hence why I'm, seeing that there might be a bit of frustration in certain
Hey,
avenues.
well, then we wouldn't have had that bongo conversation.
Mhm.
You know what? You guys enjoy your time off. Where were they posted?
I mean, they were just on here in the Dark Ward. They were in the outer root bands.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're right up before the countryside, you know?
Sure, yeah. But which way?
I mean, you can head, like, it's the bands around. You can just, like, go straight out to either direction and you'll find it. But they were on the western side.
Western side. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, what's happening?
Uh, we can talk outside. Come on.
Okay.
As you are a little exasperated, you hear the sort of fluttering as Tonta comes by. We could send some of our group to help search the area, since the bands are, quite large.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I think I get it now. You're looking for a female gnome who's not trying to be noticed. And if I remember any physical description of her, I will provide that as well.
Sounds good. I'll alert the rest of my team. We'll start on it as soon as possible.
Very good.
So, who are we looking for?
another gnome from the city that I'm from.
Right. You all look the same.
How do you know? You've never seen another one.
And that's why I'm asking if you all look the same.
No.
Oh, okay.
Do all goblins look the same?
Sometimes, if you're looking at them from far away enough. If you squint too.
I just walk away.
So, as Cecil walks away from Caterib, who very much does not see what his problem was, where he went wrong. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I mean, this situation seems pretty well handled at the moment, if you ask me. In the grand scheme.
Let them look out there and then figure out what's going on. What are we gonna do?
We could have a look around as well.
More eyes on it means perhaps the likelihood of finding her quicker.
Well, then let's head out there.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So you proceed to the outer route bands to begin your search for jellyfish once more. As you arrive, it's a landscape of dim glowing fields, thick, drab, misty vegetation. You see it's demarcated with long, twisting lines of heavy and gnarled roots, and it is amidst the roots you see scattered dwellings, hovels, larger structures as well. You see halls, temples, mercantile houses. A whole small civilization built into the massive roots. So, how do you approach trying to find information?
Are there any beggars?
Yeah, there would be.
Can I go ask a beggar if they've seen anyone who looks like me wandering around or hiding around?
Uh,
I'll put 5 gold in their hands.
persuasion check with advantage.
That's a 13.
We saw a few forest gnome-like figures. They was here the previous day and came down from the Moonward Lake.
Do you know where they went?
And they went further into the bands. Didn't really keep an eye on them pass by without a second glance towards little old me.
Thank you. Well, and then I'll go back and say I think they may have gone the direction that the beggar had indicated.
Mm-hmm. So, following that direction, Avi, Bracken, do you approach this investigation in any sort of particular fashion?
Well, I'm sure there's what's the road look like down here?
It's paved with cobblestone,
Mm,
but it does kind of follow the root systems.
gotcha. Well, maybe we'll go for um an investigation, kind of looking on the side of the road, see if anything was dropped.
I'll help with that if possible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, I'll roll with advantage. First was a 16, so 19.
19. You don't find much in the way of items being dropped, but there are you'd be able to find a pair of buskers uh that seem to be well established in a area and may have seen something and easy enough through a sort of shared uh, passion and history. Um,
Mm.
Avi, they open up to you and say that uh, they too saw some forest gnomes that went to the merchant quarter and can't really say where exactly else they would have gone in there. So many taverns and inns. They could be
Oh,
anywhere.
I'm sure, but you know what? You've helped so much. Thank you.
Of course.
Drop a few gold in there.
And with a nod uh, of thanks, you hear where they pick up the music as you pass onwards towards the district that they have pointed you in. And as you are entering into the merchants district, I think that this will be a lovely place to pause our story and to pick up with next week. So, with that, I will say thank you to our players for playing. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I will see you all next week and in the next stream. Until then, head over to wildewitch.com. That's WILDEWITCH.com to check us out, all the fun stuff we've got going on, all the ways you can get involved and join us, including the invite link to our Discord. As well as, of course, we have Syrinscape, who provides all of our background music, our ambiance, our sad trombone, played during dramatically appropriate times. You can check Syrinscape out at their website, Syrinscape.com. As always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.